What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis and giving you my thoughts on ticker MVST for Microvast Holdings. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. This is going to be more of an update since we did cover this in last Friday's video, and for now, just purely bullish developments. We clearly took out this area of resistance, which we know was the IPO open price, as well as the opening drive higher, sort of, at the time it was the all-time high, up there around $10, nice round number. If we just flip our attention over to the 30-minute intraday time frame, you can clearly see that we're getting sideways price acceptance up here as opposed to a sharp rejection and a failure back down underneath that $10 mark. So to me, the chart looks incredibly healthy here and incredibly bullish. The other thing to point out, of course, is that we are getting an increase in volume as we're headed into blue sky territories. You want to see that hold up and you want to see volume remain elevated for the breakout to remain strong and continue essentially to the upside. So if you're not long already, where could you potentially be getting involved in this chart? I'd certainly argue that these upper wicks in here around $10.60 will provide a breakout entry. So any sort of consolidation underneath in here, at tomorrow's open, take the break up and over 1060. That's going to be a pressure cooker top here, and we're basically trading into blue sky levels, which who knows how high MVST could potentially go on a momentum play. This is a newer IPO. No one really has a feel for how it's going to trade as it gets into those blue sky areas. So as a general rule of thumb, you use a trailing stop loss. That way you're managing your risk to the downside and trying to maximize your upside gain potential. You're going to be looking at whole dollars and certainly half dollars, 25-cent marks on something that's trading under the $50 mark as potential blue sky resistance. So keep that in mind as we move into the unknown up here, if we move into the unknown. On any sort of further pullbacks, I do want to point out that we should be holding this $10 mark, the prior high before the IPO release price here. This should hold up as support. So any pullbacks into here where you start to see reversal candles like a hammer and or something like a doji just showing signs of, question, are we going to go lower here? That should be a signal as a potential pullback buy. You're looking for longs over those highs to obviously come back up, retest the highs in here, and then potentially break out further. Your stop in that case goes just underneath the candle lows from, whatever type of reversal candle printed. So that's a more advanced trade, not just a breakout trade there. So MVST bullish over 10, consolidation up in here would strike me as healthy, taking the break over 1066. If we break down underneath 10, and I don't anticipate that happening based on how aggressive this momentum move was from 8 all the way closing above 10 and the IPO open price, but if we do start to break down underneath, what are some potential areas to be watching for? Well, I'd certainly argue if we just adjust this for a minute, you can see that we had a prior area of resistance, which on any sort of failure to hold above 10 should start to offer some support. That's around $9.13. Again, prior resistance in here, resistance in there, and then kind of not the cleanest support, but generally just some price action around that area in this sort of earlier parts of Thursday. So all things considered, any pullbacks above 10, again, bullish. If we do break down, look for that 913 before ultimately moving back to, about 864, so on and so forth. You can walk the levels down, but as I've been, overwhelmingly bullish about this, I think it's clear, what my thoughts are here on MVST. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.